Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय स्थदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामने गौरकृष्णे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपीकान्त राधाकान्त नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Chair, Mark, you need chair? Okay. Sham, little sound. Hare Krishna. On the occasion of observing Guru Purnima, which is on 10th, July 10th, I made a surprise visit at farms here. I wanted to speak Hari Katha yesterday, but I'm sick under weather conditions, so I'm sorry for that. And I was taking care of my health. So good since morning to have this 1 hour session with the devotees. And it's working, I'm very happy. After that, whatever happens, I don't mind. So we're going to, by the desire of Krishna, it keeps me well. We're going to hear every evening some Guru Tattva. Maharaj, would you like to say something?
Everyone is waiting for you.
Okay. Tomorrow, I want you to speak few minutes also. There's so many things to say, I don't know from where to start with. Srimad Bhagavatam, the essence of all scriptures, says, Srimad Bhagavat Praman Amlam Yad Vaishnav Nam Priyam. Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all the scriptures. What I'm saying, I'm just repeating the words of my spiritual master. I'm not adding anything in here. Srimad Bhagavatam is the essence of all scriptures. And we see many examples, stories in Srimad Bhagavatam, which illustrate many examples of ideal guru and ideal disciple. Guru Purnima, from the lectures of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada and from our Gurudevs, Guru Purnima is not once a year. It's a big day in India, especially because people are familiar. In Western world, no one is so much familiar with this, so they don't care. We have Father's Day, we have Mother's Day, we have Brother's Day? No Brother's Day is only.
Brother and Sister Day.
Huh?
Brother and Sister Day.
For Ancestors Day and Valentine Day. Grandparents Day.
President's Day.
Is there any Teachers Day?
Yes.
Yeah, Teachers Day, yeah. Yeah. But in India, everyone is familiar with Guru Day, Guru Purnima. Everyone. So they go and visit their respected Gurudevs from whom they inspired, got inspired, and they go and offer some donation, some flowers, some gifts. There's a day of giving to your spiritual master, showing your gratitude that you have changed my life, or you came in my life and you gave me some spiritual morals and some ideals to follow. I'm falling or not falling, that's another matter, but you gave me and I feel gratitude to give you back something in the form of some gift, some donation. So every householder, they go to their respected ashrams, and only once a year they do this. They don't serve their Guru. They throughout the year I don't even remember them. They don't even know if their Guru is alive or dead or what. He said, okay, if he's dead, it will come on Facebook anyway. And we get to know this. So this is not called Guru Purnima. Because they do once a year, they have no attachment to their Guru. Speaking very honestly and straightforward from the scriptures perspective, no doubt we are attached to our relatives, our family members. Imagine how much children they are attached to their mother. When they see any snake or something, they go and run, mommy, 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 on the lap of the mom or father. And for the parents, the children and their future career is everything. The center of their life becomes the children, right? It's such a bond. It's so tight attachment there. Is it right? And similarly with parents and all. But it's more towards children and when they're small. When they get adult, then it's a different matter. It says, Srila Gurudev said, the day when we realize that my Shri Guru, my spiritual master, is my best well-wisher, and he has given me something which no one else can give, and I'm deeply attached to him, then consider that day your bhakti got advanced. In other words, once bhakti get accelerate from that day on. And that's why Shri Narottam Thakur is saying, Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Utama Gati. Huh, Prabhu? Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Utama Gati. What is that meaning? Ananda? Aise Utama Gati. The attachment to the lotus feet of Shri Guru, attachment to one's Guru is the ultimate goal. Understand? This attachment and this relationship is not just one lifetime relationship. This goes until the stage of Sarup Siddhi and Vastu Siddhi. So even if you're not getting what I'm saying, just hear it. Okay? Because by hearing again and again, these are spiritual topics, these are transcendental topics. It's from scriptures. I have not made this, I'm not fabricating on this. If we are understanding this or not, it certainly gives impression to the heart. This is how we got raised in this system, in this Krishna consciousness. By constantly hearing. So Sarup Siddha Bhakti means, Sarup Siddhi means when one gets to know or reveals to oneself one spiritual form which is conducive to serve Radha and Krishna. That's called Sarup Siddhi. But there's another level after that, Vastu Siddhi. Means with that spiritual form, it's going to be a female form. That's our aim and object, to become a female. You females are so fortunate, you're already female. And we want to become female. So to get that female form, which is conducive to serve the potent and the potency. Potent means Krishna, the Supreme Lord, and potency means Radharani. Yeah? This relationship with Shri Guru develops at the time of initiation and goes forever. Forever means eternal, to the stage of Golok Vrindavan, where one is directly serving Radha and Krishna. Imagine massaging the feet of divine couple Radha and Krishna. But again, under guidance of one's Shri Guru. But in that domain, there is not so much reservations there as it is here in this planet, in material world, which is also essential to have a little reservations but not too much. A little reservation means keeping the maryada, keeping the etiquettes, but also a friendly mood towards one Shri Guru. It's a very beautiful topic. Very beautiful topic. Why it is so beautiful and important? We don't know who is Mahaprabhu. He's just standing there, never speaks to us. Radha Krishna is just here for so many years. I mean, I'm here in these farms for like almost 10, 12 years now. No, not maybe 8 years. And I go and visit many other locations. Deities never speak to me. And I hope, I assume, he's not speaking to any of you. But that's something intimate. If you don't want to reveal, that's fine. Maybe they're speaking to you, or they're coming in dreams to speak to you something. Just like Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, we have him on the altar. He's a senior godbrother of our Srila Gurudev. When he was in Navdeep, Radharani came in his dream and he told, my Krishna is not getting good service here. So better you make your disciples careful. They are not doing good seva for my Krishna. And next day, Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, he revealed this to his disciples. Radharani is not happy. She doesn't mind if she is getting served or not. But her only concern is the service for her beloved Krishna. So when he told his disciples, see, Krishna, Radharani is not happy. What is the purpose of our life as the residents of the temple? That if you are not able to please Krishna there, so better you all be careful. And then everyone got so inspired and they start serving in a better way. At another time, again, Radharani came in a dream. He was always getting this. Many times he was revealing, which was like instructions to the disciples, and many times which are something intimate he was not even revealing to anyone. You know, there's some reservations, what to say, what not to say. So Radharani is saying, my Krishna is not getting sweet rice, because that's the system in our temple, especially in India. At the noon offering, we always offer sweet rice to Krishna. So why my Krishna is not getting sweet rice? And then Srila Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Mahan Gosai Maharaj, he told his Pujari and Sepak, you know. So these things, so Guru Vargas, our those divine Guru Vargas, they get to know by some feelings, or it's revealed to them in dreams that they are not getting good service. Just like my Guru Maharaj story, you all have heard many times. He started feeling pain in his body. All of a sudden, I have so much pain. I have so much pain in my body. I don't know what's happening. All of a sudden, why? So his disciple came and said, let me call doctor. He said, no, it's not about doctor. Something is wrong. Go and check in the entire premises, in the temple premises. Go and check with everyone if there is any blunder mistake happened in the temple. Because it's not randomly I got this, there's something. Sorry, I have a little irritation in the throat. So, the servant of my spiritual master, he went through all premises and asking the devotees, is everything okay? All services have been performed nicely? They all said yes. He came back and he said, Gurudev, everything is good. He said, no, something is wrong. Where have you been? He said, I went to Goshala, I went here, I went there, all these places. Then Guru Maharaj, because he didn't want you to reveal this in the beginning, in the first place, then he told his servant, did you went to the deity room? And he said, no. Why not? He said, because it's locked from inside and the pujari, the priest, is worshipping, bathing the deities. He said, no, go and check there. He wanted to send him first place there, but this again becomes like a show off, that he knows everything. So acharyas, they always keep everything hidden. They don't want to show off. So the servant went there, knocked the door. The pujari opened the door. Yes. And he said, my Gurudev, our Gurudev sent me here to check if everything is fine here, because all of a sudden he's having pain in his body. Severe pain in his body. Is everything going well here? The pujari was shocked. And he said, we always hear in lectures, we read in the scriptures, the spiritual master knows everything, and their tadape, oneness with the deities. But today I've realized this. I was thinking no one is watching me. I'm inside the room, door locked. But he came to know just by sitting on his bed, chanting there. Then the servant asked, what happened? The pujari, the priest, was crying and he said, every day I bathe, small deities. So when I was about to lift Mahaprabhu, it slipped from my hand and fell on the ground. That's offense. A little careless on that point. And he was thinking, no one is watching at me. No one is noticing me. The room is locked. That's why Guru Maharaj, he got pain. Because it hurt the body of Mahaprabhu. This shows they are connected to each other. And then Pujari, the priest, came running asking forgiveness from Guru Maharaj. And Gurudev said, I'm no one to forgive you. You offended Mahaprabhu. Gurudev chastised him very badly. You're playing with the deities. This is the way you have to serve the deities. So much careless. dealing with deities. It's not an ordinary thing. So, invite all the Vaishnavas from Mayapur. Invite all the Vaishnavas, cook for them, serve them prasadam, and ask forgiveness from them. If they forgive you, then all offense is excused. I'm no one to say anything on this. Whereas he can do, but he's establishing a principle there. And it also depends on one's nature. My Guru Maharaj nature, many of you have seen him, very introvert, very shy nature. He never used to say, I'm a big or this and that. He was always very, even though he was disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, joined him 1923, so senior. But he never said, oh, I'm giving you this blessing so I can forgive you, or I'm this and that. Never. Invite all the Vaishnavas. So the Pujari invited all the Vaishnavas, cooked for them, served them, and then with folded hand, he told them the whole story and asked forgiveness from all the Vaishnavas. Then they all said, don't worry, it happens. Since you asked apologies for this, everything is excused. Don't worry. And when all the Vaishnavas left the temple, satisfied, then Guru Maharaj said, my pain is gone. There's no pain anymore. Understand? So in this way, why is I brought up this point? Shri Guru knows, and deities reveal them in dreams or in a practical situation, or how they getting served. And if they don't get served nicely, then there's always some problems, physical, mental, all that stuff. Coming back to the point, the relationship is eternal. From this mortal world to the spiritual world, this journey, even though there is some reservations here, it has to be some reservations. Guru is your friend, but not like your school or college friend. Understand? Dealing with Shri Guru must be with intimacy, taking care of him, serving him, but in a friendly way, not distance relationship. Understand? Close relationship. But this goes, because when this goes from this mortal world to spiritual world, more it crossing the layers. Spiritual world is so subtle. There, no distance, no reservations. Shri Guru is in a female form, disciple is in a female form. And Shri Guru there instructed disciple to go and serve Radha and Krishna. Go and massage them, they are tired. They are not tired. But they present in such a way that the gopis around them, they get some service. That's why they say we are tired. So massage them. And Guru Rupa Param Sakhi. Our Shri Guru is very close, dear Sakhi, girlfriend of Radharani. And there, Shri Guru instruct us, and because relationship became so close and intimate, instructions by words are not required there. Try to understand this. Why? Because by following the process of sadhana from this mortal world for life and life, not years, lifetimes, this relationship gets so condensed that even the indication with the eyes is enough for the disciple to understand what my spiritual master wants or what is indicating. This builds up with a service mood, with service attitude, and with friendly mood. Understand? And with life and lifetimes it gets so condensed that in that domain, the words are not required there. Just eye contact is enough. Because it is so subtle and it is so condensed. I can relate this very easy. What to speak of spiritual world? Whenever our Srila Gurudev was present on this planet, when I was serving him, with just indication of his eyes, many times he gone through some sickness pastimes, in hospitals, some surgeries and all. So I was serving Gurudev, and he was not in a enough strength to even speak something. So it's not only me, there were some other brahmacharis who were serving Srila Gurudev there. Just indication of eye. And not even that many times. Just with our understanding what he wants, just looking at his face, we understood. We understand what he wants exactly. This comes with service mood. Understand? It gets so close. There's no other way to get closeness. It's only service mood brings you close to your Guru. Yeah? And then what to speak of there in divine domain. So is there chastisement there? As we see chastisement here? Yes. Shri Narottam Thakur is the example of this. Shri Narottam Thakur is saying, Heno ki haibe mor priya narma sakhigan, anugat narottame koribe shashan. Shri Narottam Thakur is praying, when the day will come in my life, when Priya Narma Sakhis, means Lalita Vishaka, seeing any fault and mistake done by me, they're going to chastise me for this. I'm longing to get this chastisement from them. Because if they're chastising me, that means they've considered me as their own. Whom we chastise? Just anyone? No. We always say, okay, good, thank you, sorry. Like a formal relationship. But someone who is very close and intimate, we find no hesitation to chastise or correct that person. And that's the blessings in spiritual world. That's the blessings. So Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati. The attachment to Shri Guru gives what? Uttam Gati. Uttam Gati means high destination. In other words, Narottam Thakur is saying, if there is no Shri Guru Charane Rati, if there is no attachment to Shri Guru, forget about getting perfection. Forget about. The deities is not speaking to us. You put more salt, less salt, you give them sweet rice or not, they are not going to complain to you. But if you serve your Guru, then you know. You get corrected every day. You get correct every day by them. I was speaking to Maharaj this morning, a few minutes. I've seen many. Shri Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Maharaj, Puri Goswami Maharaj, when he was speaking Hari Katha, non-stop, he don't want to stop. 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours. And his servant is stopping him. Maharaj used to just say, go away from here. Stopping me for this. Huh? Our life is meant for this. This is our life. Bhakti Raksha Sridhar Gosai Maharaj. When his disciple was stopping him, Maharaj, you are now, because he was in advanced age, doctor told not to speak much. And then Srila Sridhar Gosai Maharaj used to say, so ask doctor, is it written anywhere if I don't speak, I will remain immortal. We have to die one day. So why not die while speaking? And with Srila Bhakti Goswami Maharaj also, these people are so talkative. They speak so much. When I say speak means, what they speak? They always speak about Hari Katha. Sometimes ordinary topics. War is happening, this happening, that happening. But relating those incidents, wars, etc. with spiritual topics. There's also war happened in Kurukshetra. Yeah. So Srila Maharaj, Bhakti Bharati Goswami Maharaj, he was also not stopping, but later on, when we insisted him to please stop, then many times he just started obeying. Okay. Like he's speaking, and his sevak, this is also very important. The servant, while serving Shri Guru, acquires that rights to even chastise one Guru. Understand? But for that, if you have to go 12th grade, you have to go from 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. You can't jump from kindergarten to 12th grade, right? When a disciple gets qualified to even chastise one's Guru, first he gets familiar with chastisement himself or herself. Crossing all these grades, 1, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5 to 12th. When the relationship gets so condensed and close, then even disciple chastise one's Guru in a loving way. I told you not to speak much. You are sick, you have to take rest. So when Srila Maharaj was keep on speaking, and his sevak, Madhav, when he walks in the room, by seeing him, Maharaj said, okay, one chakal immediately stop, because he's going to get hard time then. Such a sweet relationship, right? So Shri Guru is Krishna, with whose proximity we can learn the spiritual dealings. This is mentioned in the scriptures. We sing every day in the morning. Sakshad Hari Tena Samasta Shastri Uktasya Tava Bhaktaiva Sadvi Kintu Prabhuya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charana Vindam. Sham, what is the meaning?
Shri Guru is non-different manifestation.
Shri Guru is non-different manifestation of Krishna. But he is not Krishna. Try to understand this. There are many bogus gurus. Srila Prabhupada used to address them as rascals, who started claiming by reading all these verses from scriptures that Shri Guru is Krishna. They claim that they are Krishna, and they feel no shy to say that we are Krishna. They say we are incarnation of Krishna. They are bogus gurus. A guru cannot be Krishna, but a manifestation of Krishna. There's two different things. So they don't mind having tulsi at their lotus feet, at their feet. The disciples washing their feet, and they say, okay, Gurudev, you are Krishna, we can offer tulsi. Yes, why not? They offer tulsi at the feet of Krishna, Guru. There's so many. In India, there's a hub. So many bogus gurus. And on the day of Holi, color festival, they dress themselves wearing yellow. Krishna is wearing pitambar. And they wear a flower crown and they keep a syringe with colors and they start playing with all his disciples, claiming, I am Krishna, you all are my gopis. Understand? Like this. So Shri Guru is not Krishna. Kintu prabhuya priya tasya vande guru shri charanarvindam. Is very near and dear to Krishna and is a manifestation of Krishna. Shri Guru cannot do creation. It's a sole right of Krishna alone. He can do this. Jaiv Dharma, Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying this, writing this. Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur is writing Bahu Ishwar Dosh. Associates of Krishna, they are very powerful, they are very strong. They are direct associates, but they cannot do creation. Creation is only done by Krishna. If the associates also start doing creation, then it becomes a fault. Bahu Ishwar Dosh. That means so many gods. Only God can do creation, not anyone else. So Shri Guru is associate of Krishna, manifestation of Krishna. The Guru cannot do creation. Also, Bhagavatam says, Acharya Mam Vijanya. This verse. He said, consider Acharya to be me. I come as Acharya. Krishna saying this. I come as Acharya. So these are evidences. There are many more. Where Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna is claiming, I manifest as Shri Guru, and it is the duty of a disciple to see Shri Guru in that form. Understand? There are symptoms of Shri Guru mentioned in Bhagavatam, and there are symptoms of disciple mentioned in Bhagavatam. Tasmad Guru Prapadde Jigyasu Shayottamam Shabde Paracha Nishnatam Brahmanya Pashyamashanam. Who knows the meaning? Panditji. Tasmad Guru Prapadde Jigyasu Shayottamam. Hello? Voice? You know? Tasmad Guru Prapadde. Hence, one should approach with a submissive mood to one Shri Guru. Tasmad Guru Prapadde Jigyasu Shayottamam. One who is inquisitive about spiritual life and spiritual advancement should approach Shri Guru, but with the symptoms of that Guru, not randomly any XYZ. Symptoms of Shri Guru: Tasman Guru Prapadde Jigyasu Shyotam Shabde Paracha Nishnatam. He is very fluent in all the scriptures. Yes? He is very fluent in all the scriptures. He is well versed in all the scriptures. But this is not enough. That person, that Shri Guru, not only getting well versed in scriptures, but also following the scriptures. And with that following of scriptures, there has to be a mode of renunciation. If it's not renounced and it's just a bhogi, enjoyer, then it's not a Shri Guru. Renunciation has to be also there. These are symptoms of Shri Guru. But then there are some symptoms of disciples also mentioned. And Krishna is telling this to Arjuna. Uddhav. Etadeva sashishya कर्तव्य गुरु निष्कृतम यदव विशुद्ध भावेना सर्व अर्थ अर्पणम guru. Krishna is saying to Uddhav, hey Uddhav, listen. 11th canto. Etadeva sashishya. So the symptoms of bona fide guru is mentioned. That is, he has to be well versed in Shastras, practicing the verses of Shastras, and he is also renounced. Renounce means a very elaborate topic to discuss. That means he has no attachment with any dealings of any objects of this material world. But we saw in Sri Gurudev and many other acharyas have seen, they were too attached with their bed. They were too attached with their paraphernalia, whatever they had with them. So if a neophyte devotee, a beginner, a student comes and see, Gurudev is speaking, sitting on the dais, saying, the bona fide Guru is one who has no attachment, but he is so attached to his bed, he is attached to paraphernalia, he is attached to his bag, everything. How to reconcile this? For example, when Srila Gurudev in Mathura, he was having very simple bed, a wooden cot. He was so attached. And there were so many wealthy disciples who wanted to offer a nice, comfortable, more relaxed, a wooden bed for Sri Gurudev. But Gurudev was so attached. He said, no one should touch this bed. This is mine. This is mine. No alteration, nothing. I want this bed. Now if a beginner or if one who don't know what is the secret behind this, it's very easy to make offenses, right? He's preaching, he's teaching so much about renunciation, he's attached to his bed. Yes? It creates doubts, yeah? Many people have different categories of doubts. Level A, level B, level C, level D, go to Z. Because this is the nature of humans. This is psychology, human psychology, doubts. Some people are very doubtful with each and every aspect. How you eating, how you sleeping, what you doing, what you wearing. Doubtful. And in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is saying, Sanshay Atma Vinashyati. Sanshay Atma Vinashyati means, can you translate this?
Vinashati, destroyed.
Destroy what?
Sanshay, I don't know.
Vinashyati means destroy. That doubtful nature of a person destroys. It's not that I'm going to die with doubtful nature, but it's just destroying myself, destroying my understanding, destroying my progress, destroying my advancement. But if we come to know the facts, then there will be no doubts left. And what is the best way? If there is doubts, speak. Don't be quiet. Speak. Have a good friendly communication. Then there's no doubts. So hearing this, that Gurudev is so attached to this, but if come to know the facts why he is attached to this bed, is because Gurudev said this bed was given by Param Gurudev, his spiritual master, when he joined this temple years back. So that's a gift given by Param Gurudev to Srila Gurudev. So he don't want to give that. He's so attached to that. Is this attachment good or not? So every attachment is not on the same level. Understand? I'm saying this because when we hear the word renunciation, we don't have to take literally. Renunciation means no attachment. Anything given by my Gurudev to me, if I don't show attachment to that, that means, from another perspective, that means I have no love for him. Like in English, we say, in English phrase, we say, if you love me, love my dog. If you love me, you have to love my dog too. This is a way of saying. So if anything given by my Gurudev to me, I will never give up this. This attachment is good attachment. So there are some good attachments, there are some bad attachments. As you have good bacteria, you have bad bacteria. Yeah? If you take some supplements or vitamins, it boosts the good bacteria. Some antibiotics, it destroys both and bad and good bacteria. So we have good and bad, both bacteria in us. So good attachments, bad attachments. Good renunciation, bad renunciation. It's a very deep and subtle topic. If we apply our gross understanding on this, we can't understand at all. To be very straight. Needs to understand with very subtle concepts. Very subtle concept, with examples and lot of hearing. Lot of hearing with examples. Then maybe with the blessing of the Lord. And if I am serious and inquisitive, I can understand, we can understand this very well. This also relate to maturity level. Everyone's maturity level is not same. And understanding the subtle interactions understanding subtle interactions, especially when it begins with interaction between Guru and disciples, a candidate learns a lot. It develops a maturity in the level of understanding. And this is internal process, not external. How we understand a person is mature. Not that there is any external signs, like if I'm getting more maturity, the horns comes up like a gir cow. Understand? It's an internal development. Maturity. It needs a lot of hearing. And that hearing also should be not on a gross level. One who is taking us from the gross to the subtle level. That kind of hearing gives us maturity. This is what all our acharyas and gurudevs try to give to us. And we are holding that as per our qualification, as our capacities. Everyone's is not same. Just like Srila Vaman Gosai Maharaj used to say, Amar China Bhakti Pragyan, Tomar China Bhakti Pragyan Ek Nai. That's a Bengali way. That means, he used to tell his godbrothers, my understanding of Bhakti Pragyan, Keshav Gosai Maharaj, and your understanding of Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Gosai Maharaj is not same. It's not same. I know what my Guru Maharaj did for his Gurudev service. You are taking the external meanings. I am taking the internal meanings. Which is superior, external or internal? For example, I can be very good externally with you. Oh, very nice. You're such nice, beautiful person. So wise. But internally, I'm like, you're the worst person. you're a rascal, you're foolish, this and that. Is that good? I don't think so. Internal purity is required. If I like you, I should like you externally and internally too. And if not externally, it's not important, internally I should like you. That has to be with Shri Guru. I'm giving you some details on this. And gradually, tomorrow is what, 9th? Tomorrow and day after, I'm going to take you another levels. Because there are so many things to say on this topic, it's endless topic. So, what's time now? Because I will keep on speaking otherwise.
7:45.
Okay, we still have 10 more minutes. So Shri Gurudev was telling, on Guru, he used to say on every Guru Purnima day, this is not the day, not the only day, sorry, to worship me, to worship Shri Guru. It has to be done every single day. And according to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, for a disciple, the ideal disciple, every day is Guru Purnima. But even that is wrong. Every hour is Guru Purnima. Even that is wrong. Every minute is Guru Purnima. Every minute. The day when we realize I got so attached to my Shri Guru, he's the how to say this? The best attachment what I have is attachment with my Shri Guru. I'm related I'm related and attached to my relatives, my friends, but I'm keeping him on the most priority. That day is the most auspicious day of the life. Because Shri Guru is Shri Krishna. So I'm not attached to my Guru. I'm practicing to get attached with him. How I'm practicing and how we should practice? Every morning we are singing these prayers. We are begging to him, please allow me to get attached to you. I'm allowing this. Please allow me. I pray to you. This is just about prayers. So is prayers enough? Or practical applications also required there? Practical applications. Serving him with one's body, mind and words. Serving him. Only by service one feels attachment. There is no other way out. When parents serve their children, they get attached to the children. Srila Bharati Goswami Maharaj used to say, wherever you invest your energy, you get attached to that. If you acquired a great amount of wealth, you invested in business, you are attached to your business. You invested your energy in children, you get attached to your children. If you invest in your energy in maintaining, taking care of cows, you get attached to cows. So wherever you get it, investing your energy, you get attached. But whatever, from A to Z, to whomever we are attached, these attachments are on one scale. Another scale, the attachment to Shri Guru is Uttama Gati. Understand? Shri Guru Charane Rati aise Uttama Gati. Shri Narottam Thakur is not mentioning anything about attached to your house, family or anything else. Shri Guru Charane Rati. Understand? So what will happen with that? Yasya Deve Para Bhakti Yasya deve parabhakti yatha deve tatha guru. Notice? Tasya kathitam artham prakashante mahatmana. You speak, I get a break.
One who simultaneously has an attachment to Sri Guru and Krishna, or one who has the same attachment towards Sri Guru as they do to Krishna, all the
One who has the same attachment as one has for Krishna, the same attachment to Sri Guru. Yasya deve parabhakti yatha deve tatha guru. Tasya kathitam artham prakashante mahatmana. What is prakash? Prakash means illumination. Illumination. The essence of scriptures get illuminated in the heart of a disciple. When a disciple comes on this level of developing the same attachment to Shri Guru as one has attachment for Shri Krishna. Understand? If we're serving deities, cooking for deities, serving deities, we definitely get attached to deities. It's a very auspicious sign. But the same amount of attachment with Shri Guru, the topics of scriptures reveals in the heart, illuminate in the heart. That's the statement. Even a person who is not familiar with scriptures, get illumination of scriptures, the knowledge in the heart, the scripture knowledge in the heart. One example, 1,000 years back, prior to Mahaprabhu, a great Acharya, Shri Shankaracharya. Who was Shri Shankaracharya? Shankara Shakshat. Shankaracharya is Shiva, Mahadev. He came as Acharya. And he had so many sannyasi disciples. No one in the history got that many disciples as Shankaracharya. No one. But what he was preaching? Impersonalism, Mayavad. But he showed so many examples through his life story. For one particular reason, Krishna ordered Shiva to preach impersonalism. Shiva complained to Krishna because Shiva is like a friend to Krishna. Bhagavatam says this. Srimad Bhagavatam, 2nd or 3rd canto, 1 verse. Krishna shook hand with Mahadev, his friend. So Shiva complained to Krishna, why always me? Given the most difficult task. Difficult ones. And the good ones you give to others. Like creation done by Brahma, such a nice thing, to build a house. So sattvic. And Shiva, what duty is assigned to Shiva? Destroy. Imagine to build a house, you feel so nice, happy. But you take a big weapon to destroy the house. It's like you need a passion for this, ignorance for this, destruction. So difficult task, destruction of the universe. Then drinking poison. It was Krishna who told the demigods, go and pray to Mahadev, he can drink poison. Is this a good thing? Others are drinking nectar and she was drinking poison. Come on. All difficult tasks given to him. Then preaching Mayavad, impersonalism. Shiva said, why always me? All these difficult ones. Krishna said, you have to do this for my sake. Because you're my close friend and you're potent. You have so much strength, you can do this. Okay. He preached impersonalism on the order of Krishna. But even so, written so, preached about impersonalism, he never ever touched Srimad Bhagavatam. Touch means, there's a Hindi way of saying. Touch means He never ever gave any commentaries on Srimad Bhagavatam. It's not that he don't know Bhagavatam. All the four acharyas, Srimadvacharya, Vishnu Swami, Nimbacharya and Sri Ramanujacharya, they gave commentaries on Bhagavatam. Shankaracharya, no. He said, at any cost, even if Krishna will tell me or order me, I'm not going to follow this order. I can't even write anything on Srimad Bhagavatam. That's why there's no commentary on Srimad Bhagavatam for Shankaracharya. Bhagavatam is so sweet. The essence of all the scriptures is mango, the king of all fruits. And how can I tell? In Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna has no features. He has no attributes. How can I tell this? Impossible. That I will not follow. Whereas whatever else, I will follow. So while he was preaching, he made so many disciples, so many sannyasis, all Mayavadis. One dand sannyas. Yeah? Preaching Mayavad. And all Sanskrit scholars. That was one time, an era, when the audience was so learned and everyone was scholars. And Shankaracharya is speaking, Shiva is speaking. Imagine how high is that level of interaction. So once upon a time, why I'm speaking this? Once upon a time, the personal servant of Shankaracharya, forgetting his name, Govinda, personal servant of Shankaracharya. He was not at all learned, but he was doing all menial services, taking care of his Gurudev, and in love with his Gurudev, but he don't know anything. Once upon a time, Shankaracharya was sitting, all his thousands of disciples sitting. And one of the disciples raised a question which was so difficult to answer. Very subtle point, a Sanskrit language, a question to Shankaracharya. When he raised this question, Shankaracharya said, "Who's going to answer in the audience?" No one. No one came forward to answer this. It was so difficult. Imagine, 1,000 scholars are sitting and they're unable to answer this question. He said, "Gurudev, only you can speak this answer." And he was quiet. Everyone looking at him. And after a pause, so one other disciple asked, "So Gurudev, what is the answer? Why you silent?" He said, "Oh, I'm waiting for my sevak, my servant. He's going to answer this." And everyone started laughing. He, stupid number one. He don't even know ABC of Sanskrit. He don't even know basics. And he's going to answer such high question, elevated question. Impossible. They thought today Gurudev is in a joking mood. And you know what happened? His disciple, that servant, he was carrying a pot of water, a cup of water for his guru, and an umbrella for his guru. All those who were sitting there, they didn't even thought of this, that my Gurudev will, if he need any basic necessity like umbrella, the shade, and just a cup of water if he needs to drink. But he was bringing this without even knowing what's happening in the assembly. He didn't know what question was being raised and what's happening. He just came from his quarters with umbrella and water, and while he was coming, he was singing something. He was singing something. And that singing was the answer for this question. Was the answer to the question of that person. And when they all heard this, they just said, mind blowing. We never ever expected him to answer like this. The question was not even been raised to him, or he don't even know what's happening in the assembly. How he know this? So when he came, he kept whatever was there, XYZ details, and he just sat right at the lotus feet of his Gurudev. And is watching what's happening today, what my Gurudev wants to speak, what he has to speak. He's just watching at him, watching at the audience, and everyone's staring and looking at him. It's very strange eyes, everyone at him. And he's looking towards his Gurudev. What's happening? He answered the question. Why? Yasya deve parabhakti. Yasya deve parabhakti tha deve tatha guru. Tasya kathitam artham prakashantim. The knowledge got illuminated in his heart with his menial services for his Shri Guru. Now saying so, mostly students, they think, then I don't need to read anything. There's no need to hear any lecture. I just get busy with cooking or taking care or doing laundry or XYZ services to Shri Guru, because everything that illuminate my heart. No. Don't think like this. This interaction, what I told, between Shankaracharya and disciple. So it's not that his disciple was only taking care of his necessities, but while taking care of his necessities, he was having his ears wide open to hear what his Gurudev was speaking or reading or telling to others. Wide open. But then, what is the difference? Even all other disciples sitting there also was hearing, and what he was hearing. What was the difference? The difference is his service mood. And what kind of service mood? The intimate service mood for his Shri Guru. That made the illumination, the manifestation of that knowledge, which is divine knowledge. It's not ordinary any master degree of this material world knowledge. It's a divine knowledge, and the procedure of divine knowledge is what is the procedure of acquiring the divine knowledge? What is the procedure?
Hearing and serving.
Hearing and service. Tasmat Guru Prapadde. No.
Tasmat Guru.
Bhagavad Gita. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashna sevaya updekshanti te jnanam jnaninsam samdarshanam. Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj. We just observed his appearance day 2 days back. I was in Alachua. I got some time to speak on him, but not everything. But once upon a time, he was an engineer. Civil engineer means construction work. He's the one who built so many temples, more than 45 temples in India, and huge buildings. Very expert and sharp in engineering. Just by looking, he can tell this is right, this is wrong, and one should do like this. Even big architects used to get confused. They have degrees. They said, Maharaj, from our understanding, it has to be like this, wall has to be here. And Maharaj said, no, this is going to be obstacle in future. Because he has that foreseeing that, he can see what's going to happen in future. He was that sharp. So because he was supervising the construction under the guidance of his Shri Gurudev and serving him in this way, he was also carrying the sack of cement on his back and helping the employees, the labor, not only instructing them but also lifting the bricks and all that. So he fell and he got fractured. When he got fractured, it took him to doctor. and there was a big line with queue there. So the devotees of Srila Maharaj requested the doctor, our Maharaj is here, can you please attend him? Because he fell. Can you please attend him? Doctor said, no, sit in line. You have to wait there. And Maharaj was keep sitting in line patiently 2 hours without any complaint, nothing. When his turn came and doctor started scanning him, did the x-ray, he found 2 fractures, 2 bones got fractured there. And doctor was surprised. He said, Maharajji, I've seen many patients in my life. They get a little bit hurt and injury, but you got 2 fractures. You're just sitting patiently, quietly. You're not even screaming and shouting and yelling and nothing. Srila Maharaj smiled and he said, I never learned and read anywhere that if you shout, you get less pain. If that is the case, actually, I would have shouted loudly. I never read anywhere. Yes, I have pain, pain is pain. So what is the point of shouting? Just bear it quietly. So Maharaj said that was a golden period of my life, of my residence in the temple. That time, another time he got chicken pox. So he was on the bed. He said that was a golden period of my staying in the temple, residence in the temple. Why? He said that's the time when I got a little time to open the scriptures and read those. Otherwise, we never got any time to open any scripture to read. So how he became so well versed in all the scriptures? Srila Maharaj said, when I was serving my Guru Maharaj, my ears were always towards his Harikatha. Physically I am in kitchen or doing some external things, but my ears were always there. That hearing is so important. In those days, speaking about 60s, 70s, there was no hotels, etc. in Vrindavan for Kartik Parikrama. Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj used to set up tents with his own hands. And all night not sleeping, just guarding those devotees who are sleeping in night. But his ears always towards Harikatha. Prakashante Mahatmana. That wise person get all knowledge. So both things are required. Hearing, reading, hearing, and service. If you're only serving, but you're not hearing, that's not enough. Only serving, serving, serving. Hearing is the best service too. Hearing is very important. In this way, we can learn how to serve properly in a better way with more subtle vision of spirituality. There's so many subtle details to it. Okay, thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Yes, Maharaj.
No, I will ask you to stop because we want to hear you more, so you truly have to
Yes.
rest.
I invest all my energy just to save for this 1 hour. Because otherwise I'll be very broken and disheartened that I'm not here to serve all of you. I came to serve for Shri Guru Purnima, beginning today. Tomorrow also we're going to hear, and on 10th we're going to have midday program, yeah? Starting 11 until 2 o'clock. Sripad Bhagavad Maharaj will also come if he feels comfortable for sitting as long as he can. No any restrictions. Whatever his comfort is. Then I will also speak more topics. And also Maharaj, I'm requesting him also to speak. Hare Krishna, thank you. Thank you, Krishna, for allowing me. Even with this, my illness, I was able to speak something. I think I recovered after speaking. Hare Krishna. Gaur Premanande.
Hare Krishna.
जय श्री भक्तिनाथ दास महाराज की